Teen gets rejected before prom and laughed at, then 13 girls stand in front of him. The corridor was filled with laughter and every eye stared at him. Unfortunately, the boy was paralyzed by humiliation. The situation worsened when the rejection video surfaced and went viral on Facebook. The teen was devastated and going to school became more difficult. However, one day 13 teenage girls appeared out of nowhere in front of him and performed something that stunned everyone. What happens next left everyone's jaw dropped in astonishment. High school can be sometimes an unsafe environment. When Dakota Elton, a student from GRA Louisiana, requested a classmate from HL Bourgeois High School to join him at the homecoming dance in October 2018, which coincided with the start of National Tormenting Awareness Month, he discovered this the hard way. It's obvious that he would have liked a simple no in response to what had occurred to him. After gathering the bravery and fortitude, he had asked the lady out on their first date. Even as their classmates gathered and surrounded them, he asked her in the school corridor, holding a handcrafted banner and asking her to the fall dance. Unfortunately, that meant that, when his friend rejected him outright, it appeared as though the whole school saw it. Many bystanders started to laugh at Dakota's situation, and some even teased him before stepping on the sign he had worked so hard to make. The students who walked on and destroyed his poster were what finally spurred Dakota into action, even though at first he had been paralyzed by humiliation. Trapped inside the circle of students facing the girl, who had rejected him and attempting to locate an escape route, Dakota was understandably devastated. Not to mention the girl who had rejected him, it would have been tough enough to deal with his humiliation in solitude and then go back to school to face the audience. However, things were going to worsen. A video of the invite and denial was uploaded by someone who was there in the hallway that day. In the awkward video, Dakota's smile freezes and then his entire body slumps as his hopes are dashed, causing the sign to fall out of his hand and get trampled on the corridor floor. And just like any other embarrassing incident, it went viral on Facebook very quickly, forcing Dakota to go through his embarrassing moment over and over again as word spread among his classmates and on social media throughout the weekend. Not at all, 12 of her friends, including Alyssa Buckley, were worried about Dakota's treatment, particularly since their school promotes bravery, compassion, and happiness. They made the decision to take action to make the young man's declined invitation into a significant victory. With a level of maturity that many teenagers would find admirable, the girls decided to ask Dakota to the dance and made sure it would be an unforgettable invitation. The group, which included a few cheerleaders who were customarily regarded as the most popular girls in school, met him the next Monday in the same corridor where he had been rejected. They all invited Dakota to go to the homecoming dance together while holding up a homemade sign. Then Alyssa gave an explanation of their motives. She stated that they wished to demonstrate to Dakota that he was valued, loved, and deserving of going to homecoming with someone important. The girls intended to make sure he had an amazing time, and would keep him dancing with them all night long. Together with being showered with attention from some of the most popular girls at school, Dakota was amazed by their deeds, and delighted by their generosity. He claimed that their kind gesture made him feel good too, and suddenly the young guy he had grown to care about, who had been turned down by a friend, would be going on his first date at the homecoming dance that autumn. But he would be sharing it with 13 gorgeous girls instead. Dakota's courage had paid off handsomely, and then some. He felt a great deal of relief from his broken heart after the 13 girls' kind act.